And we're on Beauty and the Beat, baby. And I'm getting my show started with some Pitbull pomegranate blueberry. I just needed a little boost right quick. I said I wasn't going to drink coffee this week, so I'm not so tired about the energy. And the energy is going on. So, should I move my microphone? Can you hear me? Yes. You hate when I do that. Hi, cousin. How are you? I was chilling like a villain. What's been going on with you? Hi. When we have our guests walking in, don't be shy. You can walk in on camera. We just talking. Miss Leontine. Abdullah, how are you? The celebrity fashion designer. You can sit right here. Welcome. Nice to meet you. Me too. I love that ponytail. That's my new hairstyle inspiration, is the one high pony. But how do you braid that?
It's a fishtail braid. And it's like three, braided in three.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, that's my hair inspiration. Hair goes. Oh, I do too. So I appreciate you coming, sharing your time
thank you for having me.
And all of that. This is Beauty and the Beat. We talk about all the. See, I'm going off too. Mm-hmm. He's busy. See, that's how the publicist is going. He was like, look, you on camera. We on camera. We live. See, y'all don't even know. This is how we do it. We're live, Beauty and the Beat. So thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
You got your phone. Okay, what have you been doing this week? How has your week been going?
It's been wonderful.
Yeah?
But I've been trying to get some rest because I've been busy the whole year. From January, actually from December until now.
So, you already got 12 months in.
Yes.
Are you ready for the holidays?
I sure am. I'm
fall.
ready.
It feels like fall is coming. I haven't really gotten to winter or fall clothes yet.
Exactly.
So I was going to talk to you about that, being a designer and all. How do you transition with the, the seasons, winter, summer, spring, fall? Do you feel like you need to dress different for each season?
You know what? I do.
You do?
I do. I feel that women should dress. Well, we're in California, so we get summer year-round, so it's kind of hard to transition to winter and wear the coats and the jackets and all that because it's so warm still.
I know, it's like 75.
Weather.
Is it 80 degrees today?
Yes.
But was it storming yesterday? Did you wake up to rain? I was like, oh my gosh. And then I walked out and I was like, it's so pretty.
Okay.
Like, the rain washed the clouds away.
Yes.
Wow. So we like to talk about a little bit of like hot topics and stuff. What have you been? Do you watch any reality TV? Because I know.
Yes, I do.
You do? So what's some of your favorite shows right now?
Basketball Wives.
Gotta ask you a question then. No, because I want to say, I can't stand this, I can't stand that. Then it's like I find myself like, so what they're doing. So what do you feel about that situation with Tammy and Duffy? Do you think it went too far? Because all that, you're gonna get fired, all that. How do you feel about that?
I think it went a little bit too far. I think it was a little extra. It didn't have to go there.
It didn't have to go there, right? It didn't have to go there.
Yeah.
Because, it's like, they were like, oh, okay, but I did, like, kind of understand where she was saying, I've worked with this, I worked with that. And a lot of times you have in your prideful of who you've worked with.
Exactly.
And you want that to be told because the producers have a way of editing out your work ethic or some of the things that you do.
That's true.
So sometimes she probably felt the need, because I actually ran into her and she was so pleasant
Yeah.
that when you meet people and you kind of know, like, you feel like you felt their energy, you're like, y'all playing, you know what I mean? So I kind of thought they went too far. I felt a little sad that they were like, oh, she's gone, and then Tammy was.
I did too. I did, because I actually met Duffy too, and she was really sweet.
She was.
And so I was kind of thrown because I met her and then Angel Brinks, and she was like, see, we actually do get along.
Right.
And I was like, oh.
Right. See.
Yeah.
See, it's love out there.
It is.
It is. I was going to bring up something I saw, too, about, reality show and how people using it as a platform. I saw you have something coming up with WeTV.
Well, actually, I did it.
Oh, you did it already?
Yes, and I'm hoping, we're trying to see if they're going to do a second season, so we're all in the waits in hopes. It was called America's It Girl, TV's Next Fashion Designer.
Okay.
And I was one of the featured fashion designers.
I love that.
So I was happy about that.
It
was very fun. I met so many wonderful people.
So when you watch on TV and they say do this in 5 minutes, is that really how your time frame is?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's pressure.
It is. It's a lot of pressure. But when you do what you love and you loving what you do, you'll do it.
So how did you get started with fashion?
Well, I got started as a little girl. My mom used to sew.
Okay.
So I would stay up late nights watching her sew, listening to the sound of the sewing machine. And I was just inspired because she would take newspaper and make a pattern. And she would make like the bodice, which is this section right here. She would make a sleeve or the block for a skirt.
Okay.
And I'd be like, wow, because I love tutus.
Right.
It was an era where we were wearing the tutus. You know,
I was
just
a ballerina, so
Yes.
I know about the tutus.
Yes.
Right.
So I was excited about that, and I knew that I wanted to do that.
Okay.
I said, I want to do that. So she would teach me little by little. She would not let me work the machine when she was away, but I used to use it when she was gone. So
all of us have that one story where I snuck and did it. I blew up my mom's microwave.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what I was doing, but I think I put it like a pot holder, like you know the thing that you hold up,
No.
and it has aluminum in it.
Oh.
So when the clothes, all
so
I heard,
and I know that smelled bad.
it lit all the cabinets were on fire.
Okay, yeah, the sparks. Oh, yeah. The
Sorry,
aluminum
Mom. So you were listening, you were inspired by your mom, you saw her making patterns, and then you said, oh, I'm going to try this myself. So you, when she's away, you play.
I would play.
Okay.
And then I would ask her, well, how do you do this? And she would actually, while she's sewing, I would be on a project.
Okay.
So while I'm on my project, she's showing me how to sew.
Okay.
And I was just really inspired. Then when I was 6, Mahogany came out. The movie with Diana Ross. And oh my God, I was this close to that TV and I loved it. I said, that's me.
Her wardrobe.
I want to be her. I kept telling Mommy, I want to do this. I want to do that. And she reminds me of that. And I did it. I mean, it's interesting because the movie, the Mahogany movie, actually is my life. Kind of, sort of.
Okay.
You know, with more extras in it. But it's basically, it played out.
Okay.
It didn't happen right away. It took time. It took a long time.
Good things take time.
Yes, it does. It does.
So I see you out on the red carpet a lot. Who have you worked with as a celebrity designer, and how did you get that relationship? Like, how did it go from sewing and learning how to sew to really making it your passion and your craft and working with other people? Did you start off as a stylist?
No, designer.
Okay.
I would have to say Rick Mora. I love Rick Mora. He's from Twilight, the Twilight Sagas. And I would always see him out at events. And I remember I did the first Alaska Fashion Week.
Okay.
And
Alaska?
Alaska Fashion Week.
What were you doing in Alaska?
I did Fashion Week. I did a show.
You just went to Alaska?
I sure did.
Where are you from?
I'm from California.
And what made you go to, like, who goes, like, that's so far?
You know what? Actually, the founder,
I
was
know they
introduced.
had a Fashion Week.
They
Wow.
do now. Yeah, it was the first one.
Go.
I was introduced to him by a lady named Carla.
Okay.
And she, he and I hit it off. We started talking. He told me that he's been watching my social medias. He wants me to come out and do a fashion show.
Okay.
And at first I was like, wow, Alaska? Like, are there people there? And
Right.
oh my God,
And
there are
most-
people there. And they wear the most fabulous clothes.
I can see
They
that.
love to dress, underneath those coats and the boots. They have beautiful clothing. And they love to, I'm like, there's people there. So we went out there and everyone came out. And Rick Moore and the cast of Twilight at the time came out. And this was, what year was this? 2012.
Okay.
So they all came out and I was so excited. And when I saw him there, he was like, oh my God, it's you. And from then on, we just started working together.
And so you started doing clothes for him?
Yes,
And then so you make men's wear as well as women's wear?
Yes, I make men's wear as well as women's wear. I just got into more men because I love evening gowns and cocktail dresses.
I love your evening
And
gowns.
I was
love
like,
them. I was
yes.
like, oh my God, that's so mean.
I'm like, I do not want to do suits. I don't want to do the men, but more men kept approaching me. So I'm like, okay, I'll do it per client.
Okay.
But now I have a men's line.
Okay.
And I'm going to launch that men's line during Men's Fashion Week next year in 2017.
Where's men's fashion week?
That's in Los Angeles.
Okay. I love
Downtown
it.
Los Angeles.
So did you have fun? Did you go to any of the Style Week events that just passed?
Actually, no, I didn't because I was ill. So I was actually supposed to showcase, but I did not because I was ill.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I will be showcasing in London and Paris, then back in Los Angeles in March.
So tell us a little bit about what it takes, because I mean, we hear you talk, you make it sound so simple, like, oh, I just flew to Alaska, I did this, I met this person from Twilight, oh, just that little movie over there, nothing big, but then it takes, it's a lot of effort, and I think the effort went into your craft when you knew that that's what you wanted to do, you were prepared for what was out there for you. But what does it take to, say, get involved as a designer to get to London and to get into the fashion week? What does it take?
You know what? It takes all of you. You have to want it. Because there are 1,000 people out there, thousands of people who can design. A lot of people don't want to be in front of the camera. Unfortunately, I'm one of those people. I want to be in front of my brand.
Okay, I got you. You mean in front of your brand
yes,
in that way?
in front of my brand, because I am Leontine. It's a signature brand,
Right.
so I have to represent it. I won't make anything that I won't wear.
Okay.
So that's the communication that I'm trying to get across to the women, because as a woman, women like to feel beautiful. They like to feel like what they're wearing should be comfortable.
Yes.
Because everything you see out there is not designed for you.
Right.
And a lot of women, they see it in the window, they see it in the ads, and they're like, oh, I want that. Well, we all have different body types.
True.
And if you're trying to, everyone cannot wear what that woman is wearing or that woman is wearing and feel comfortable. You can wear it, it's your choice. But if you want to feel comfortable, as you should, because that's what it's all about, comfortability.
Yes,
You want to look cute and comfortable at the same time, and it's possible. It's possible.
I'm just laughing at all the comments. No, you know what it made me think of when you said that? Because everyone can't wear anything, and my mind went like, remember when Jackie threw out, tore up that dress? So how would you, literally, I'm sure this has happened to you. I'm sure you've had a situation, maybe if it's not exact, someone has told you what they wanted, and you want to custom design it, so you're doing it, but you're like, that's not going to work. You can't walk. What would you do? Because I feel like they set Angel up kind of in a sense, and they've done it more than once, and I'm always rooting for the one that, like, the underdog in a sense. It's like, well, you asked her, could you wear a dress? But then I felt like it was catty, because she did put her drink on the floor, her Boussard cognac. And honey, when I'm trying to get my brand out there and I'm promoting your brand, I'll expect the same in exchange. So no, I'm not getting involved. But how would you deal with someone telling you to, design something, and in your heart you're like, that may not work for you?
I'm gonna let them know.
You are?
Because
Okay.
I'm a custom designer, and I custom fit.
Right.
And I will let you know, especially colors, because a lot of women, they want to wear white, but also they're telling me, well, I want to look smaller. White is not going to make you look smaller. I don't like to wear white, but I will wear it.
Right.
So there are certain colors, we call them hues, tones, that you have to identify. If you want to wear a certain tone or color, we'll talk about it.
Right.
And we'll talk about the cut, because it's all in the cut. Everything about a design, whether it's a dress, a gown, or a pair of pants, it's the way it's cut. Even a jean. The way that it's cut is the way that it will enhance, or it will take you in, or do whatever it needs to do. Because some women, they don't want to look smaller. Some women want to look bigger, depending upon the size of the woman. So it's all per basis. And it's, like I said, anything's possible. You just have to design it to fit you.
Okay.
Because you can wear a dress that's the same as the other woman, but maybe you want to contour your body a certain way, or do a certain cut to bring your body to look like that design.
How do you recommend when you're trying to hide something? Do you recommend like really good undergarments? That's one of
Yes.
Yes. That's how
Even
you
with
pull it
wedding
off.
gowns, you want to contour the body wherever it needs to be. Some women want to have a bigger rump if they don't have one, and then some women want to take their waist in, and that's usually what a lot of women want to do.
Right.
You never really hear of a woman who wants to expand.
Like, just expand my waist, you know.
No. So you just have to kind of, when you take their measurements, you just have to see what is it that I need to do to achieve that look.
Okay. I like that. I like that. So you were recently on the Lexus versus Flo's show. That's coming out soon. What did you do there?
Yes. Oh my God. Well, I was there. I attended the show. I was able to meet a lot of the guests, a lot of the people on the show, and I was able to walk the carpet and give interviews, and I was excited about that.
See, so you do want to be in front of the brand sometime. You're not.
I thought
I thought you were saying you were shy, but I'm like, I don't get shy.
No. I'm a Leo, so no. I'll never be shy.
That's a Leontine.
Yes, we will never be shy. Hey, August 3rd. I was born on my dad's birthday.
See? 3 days.
Cool.
So y'all probably the same kind of Leo.
Oh, probably, yes.
We just ended Libra season. I'm a Libra.
Oh, okay. Cool people.
Cool people. We got the L's in the house.
That's right.
L's. I also saw something where you were a real diva cook, where you were making lasagna. Do you like to cook?
Yes, I love to cook. And people think, people are very judgmental, and they're like, well, you probably don't know, honey. My family is from the South, and I throw down. I used to cook for my father from very small age, probably 7 on up.
It was
Actually,
like you cook at 7?
well, yeah, you know, my mom's from the South, and we all help. Everybody in the house
chop up
helps.
some onions, something.
Snap some greens, do something.
Something.
But yeah, he used to love on Saturday mornings. He used to love biscuits and eggs and country fried potatoes and turkey bacon. So I would go in there and I would make it for him and some for me because my mom wouldn't cook breakfast for us until like about 10 o'clock.
Why?
So, well, she got up about that time. She got up about that time.
She was sewing the night before. See, that's what was going on.
And my dad wanted to eat like 7 in the morning when I'm up watching cartoons. So I would go in there. I loved it.
Okay.
I loved it. I learned, and I always helped my mom with the dinner. I always helped
You
her
have
with
big
dinner.
family dinners for what is it?
Oh yes, Thanksgiving.
That's coming up.
Yeah, it is, and I'm excited. But I'm thinking, am I gonna cook? Am I gonna cook or not? Or do I want to attend someone else's feet? No, no, I love to cook, and I love to eat my cooking.
Yeah, I love to cook. Even I don't always want to be responsible for the whole entire meal. Though, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, okay.
Like
I'm that person. I will.
Really, every dish.
And I will do extras. I will have, instead of like 2-3 side dishes, I have all kinds of side dishes.
And dessert.
Yes. Oh, and the dessert, I have at least 3 or 4 because I love dessert. I love baked goods.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately.
Well, maybe I can come visit you on the upcoming holidays.
Yeah.
How was it? I saw you at what was it recently? Also at did Nick Cannon give a 20s party? It's gonna air coming up.
Yes, he did. He
Did
gave
you
a
all dress
roaring,
up?
what was it, roaring 20s?
Roaring 20s.
Yeah, he gave a roaring 20s. So I tried to decide if I was going to be a flapper or if I wanted to look like one of the waitresses, the cocktail girls. So I went with that look because I knew everybody else would probably had a flapper. And it came out really nice.
How could you be pretty chic for let me see. We don't even have any pictures. Did we have pictures to show? No, huh?
From Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon. We're going to get some pictures. When we take a break, we're going to pull some pictures so we can show. Because I want to show some of your work. It was so nice.
Thank you.
How do you look classy, say, on Halloween? Say on Halloween where they went to the dress. So what would you recommend if you were to design the perfect Halloween costume? What would you design? Because it's coming up. Is it like this week? You want to talk? Can he talk on the mic?
Halloween is, it's in a few days. What's today, 26? Oh, yeah. It's in less than a week. It sure is. I'm sitting here still thinking of what am I going to be? I'm kind of going with Superwoman because Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman because I'm old school. So Linda Carter was the Wonder Woman that I will always love.
Okay, that's gonna be cute.
Yes, yeah.
So you're gonna make your own outfit?
Yes. But what I'm going to do is, since I don't have enough time, I'm going to take bits and pieces. You know how sometimes you have to go and get some of the pieces, and then I will probably design like the little bikini thingy. So like I mentioned, because I know my waist and I know my body type, so I'll have to hike it up a little higher to kind of get that curve
that you want. I get it.
Yeah.
So who is your customer? Like who do you design? Like how would you describe what your line is? Like describe your line.
My customer is for any woman who's ever been through it and survived it, because I've been through a lot in my life, and I believe that I consider myself to be real, meaning I love new school, but I'm always old school, meaning that I was taught values, I was taught morals, and I was taught pretty much everything that a young girl or boy should be taught, in the household. Fortunately, I'm glad I was able to have my mom and dad to instill those, those things into me. But my line is for a real woman, a woman who knows who she is, who's finding herself, who's trying to find out who she is, who does not mind wearing something that someone else would think is a little over the top, or who wouldn't mind wearing something that maybe too sexy, or if she's feeling, it's mood based. It's how is your mood today? Is your mood sexy? Is it sexy classy? Is it it's sexy trashy? I mean, it's up to you. And it's a woman who does not care what other people think.
Okay.
Because in high school and junior high school, that was my thing. I wore what I wanted to wear, and I dressed up.
Did you start like because you've been designing for so long, or it's been in you? So did you kind of start in high school?
Oh yes,
really?
I would always buy things and alter them,
okay.
And I would make things like maybe during the '80s era, the Madonna and Cyndi Lauper, the tutus
lace.
were popular, and I got a lot of customers in high school.
You did?
Because they wanted tutus and they wanted neon gloves, and I would make them.
Oh.
So that's like Hey.
That's a fun party when you can see like 80s wear and all that like lace and Madonna and
paired with a t-shirt and the belts, and I remember all that. I loved it. I love that look.
What was the first thing you designed?
The first thing I designed, I would have to say, is a skirt. Because I remember the block for a skirt is simple. You know, for a round skirt, it's a cut. It's just a just a square cut. Or if it's going to be more circular, it's like more than one. So I would have to say a skirt. I remember doing the skirt because it was yellow. It's my favorite color. I don't wear it much today because yellow is kind of loud. And
I like yellow in the summer.
In the summer, I was going to say, in the summertime it's fine, but you won't really catch me. Well, I might wear a yellow heel. Or a yellow purse because it's my favorite color. Or I'll wear gold. That's my replacement for yellow since it's from the same family.
I like that. I like that. I had a question and I forgot. We were going to talk about like what would you wear from summer, spring to fall. So how do we as women transition, like based on some of your lines? Like how do you transition for the different seasons?
Well, it depends on where you live.
Cali.
And we're in Cali, so I'll talk about Cali. Okay, well, we know that we have kind of like a never-ending summer here, but when we do have our cold days, I love a nice fur coat or just a jacket, a vest. And if it was really cold outside, I would have one of my fur vests on, with something like this because it's warm and it's cute. It's warm, but it's comfortable, because it's daytime and, you could wear it to work. You could put a pair of heels on and wear it to after hours. You could, dress it up, dress it down.
I like things that you could dress up and dress down. Sometimes I want to wear like super heels and then it's like, okay, wedges, okay. And then if you feel sexy already, it's like, okay, I don't feel like I need these stilettos on all day.
Exactly.
You could switch it up. You could switch it up. Who do you have any like I guess celebrity muses in mind when you're designing? What's your inspiration when you're designing something new?
You know what? My inspiration has always been my mother from the 70s and Diana Ross.
Okay.
I loved all the movies Diana Ross did, all the characters she played, Lady Sings the Blues, everything, even The Wiz. And her personality was always, I'm going to do me. I'm going to walk the way I want to walk, act the way I want to act. And she always had this diva attitude. Yeah. And I loved Diana Ross. And I kind of carried over into her character, and I will play her characters from time to time until Dynasty came along, and then Dominique Devereaux was my my new character. So, yeah.
Well, we want to pull up some of your looks because I definitely want to get into that, but we don't have them ready. So in the interim, I want to introduce a new segment I have called Women Who Jam, and it's showcasing women that are doing music and, doing something within the music industry. So I'm a part of the NAPFM board, and it's Nap. Have you been to one of those?
You know what? I dressed some of the ladies.
You did?
I sure did.
See, I know you know them. I know you're out there popping. But yeah, so we're on the board, and I appreciate them adding me to the board. I'm very, very honored.
Congratulations.
And so we now will do a weekly segment called Women Who Jam, and this week's artist is Teresa Griffin. And we're going to get into it right now, right? So I want you to tell me what you think.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, this is Johnny Walker, and welcome to Women Who Jam. We are so excited to be in LA. Now, what is Women Who Jam? It's an all-girl artistic movement designed to be a platform for groundbreaking female entertainers. Now, we're going to take this spot on Beauty and the Beat and introduce you to some of the hottest female indie artists on the globe. Now, to get us started, she's out of Chicago. Traveled with many big names, performed on stage plays, and now she wants to rock your world her way. Women Who Jam proudly introduces Teresa Griffin. This one is called Save Me.
Ladies, gentlemen, this is a revival of a woman's soul. I don't really know how to live should ask God for deliverance. See, I need to get away from you. Crying, cursing, seeing you with another woman. I need to stay away from you. Meditation, yes, I even tried. And I need to get away from you. Realizing that I wasted so much of my life. See, I need to stay away from you. Save me, save me, save me, save me, save me, from myself, baby.
And that's Teresa Griffin, Save Me. Join us next week on Beauty and the Beat as we spotlight another powerful female artist on Women Who Jam, the heartbeat of women in music.
Hey, are you tired of those same old energy drinks with bad taste? Make a switch to Pitbull Energy Drink with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Pitbull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamins B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pitbull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Make a switch to Pitbull Energy Drink. Pitbull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamins B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pitbull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products. For more information on Pitbull energy drinks, bars, and mixes, visit their website at hiphopbev.com. That's hiphopbev.com. Online orders available at hiphopbev.com.
And we are back with Beauty and the Beat. And we're here. My girl Octavia from PR House LA just dropped in with Leontine, celebrity designer. If you want to call us, 323-965-1600. Hi, Octavia. How are you? She's hiding from the camera. Everybody, when they come in here, they just want to hide. They be thinking it's like, I'm so used to it. I'll just be like, I don't hide. I'll be like, okay, don't hide. Say hi. Say hi. Hello. That's so shy. Okay, so we were just looking at some of your recent pictures because I want to show everybody how fabulous your lines are. It's not just all about the dresses. You have jeans, you have men's lines. So, I mean, you're expanding to have a full apparel brand.
Ready to wear.
Brand. You know what I mean? It's ready to wear, exactly.
Yes.
So I don't want to limit you by saying you're just a designer that does customized dresses because you have so many things.
Yes.
So I just sent over some pictures, so I'm going to let him download those or whatever. But what I heard you mention, like this month, I think it's domestic violence awareness as well as cancer awareness. And you say you're a cancer advisor. Can you share that story with us?
Well, cervical cancer.
Cervical
I
cancer.
had my son, he's 19 now. I received a phone call 2 days later. And the doctor was like, are you sitting or standing? What are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm cooking. And so I'm thinking, well, why? What's going on? He said, well, is your mom there? I'm like, no, she's not here. I said, she's at home. So he's like, are you able to get your mom to watch the baby? And I'm like thinking, what are all these questions?
Right, especially from a doctor. You're like, what's up?
He's like, okay, well, put the baby down. He's like, have a seat. And he said, I just want to talk with you. He said, I ran some tests, and we found something. He said, there's mild, moderate, severe, and you're in between moderate and severe. And I'm like, what? So he begins to speak, and the more he begins to speak, I hear this, that, cancer, cervical, cancer. And I'm like, I go blank. I'm like, how is this possible? I'm young. What is going on? I'm healthy. And I'm like, okay, I know there's cancer in my family, but not cervical cancer. So I'm like, what's going on? So I immediately hang up. I call my mother. I'm crying the whole time because I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. So I started thinking all these crazy things. And, you know, I turned the food off on the stove and I just got the kids ready and we left. We left. I went right into Kaiser and he started performing tests and it was just kind of, for about a year and a half, it was kind of crazy. I just kind of blanked out. But the more I would speak to people.
And that was the first year with your son.
Yeah,
so
first year with my
hard.
son. And I was back, I started, I was in college. Yeah, I started going back to school, so I had to miss a semester and a half. And I felt like, why is this happening? So then I stopped thinking of why is it happening, and I became very strong. I had people around me loving me, supporting me, and women were talking to me, other women, and it just kind of, it made me feel like this is happening for a reason, but what is that reason? Am I am I an ambassador for other women? Am I here for a reason? I kept thinking of all of these things, but after about a year, I don't know, I just felt like empowered. I felt strong because I got through it.
Right.
And I survived it, and I was so happy and so grateful. And that was the first moment actually the second moment that I knew I was here for a reason. And I said, I don't know what that reason is, but I'm gonna, as long as I'm here, I'm gonna serve my purpose.
I love that. Well, congratulations on being here and being a survivor. So we're gonna get into, thank you for sharing that story.
Oh, no problem.
We are going to look at some of your designs. I have some pictures of you on the red carpet, and we were discussing how, you know, everyone wants to wear, who are you wearing? And you're like, who are you wearing? Exactly, I'm wearing me.
Yes,
Tell them.
ma'am.
So this is a picture. Describe this outfit. Tell us about this.
Well, this is a kimono top.
Okay, I love it.
My mentor and my dear friend, Prissy Radcliffe, she's a celebrity designer. She's a professor, too.
I know Prissy.
Yes, Prissy.
She's at Trade Tech, right?
No, she was at El Camino, but she's probably at, what's that school? Angeles Mesa? Costa Mesa, something like that. Hi, Prissy. But Prissy, she lives like right down the street from me. We're dear good friends. She started off as my professor. When I met her, she took me under her wing instantly because she saw my fire in my eye and she knew this was at a point where I finished everything I was going through and I was ready to get out and become the fashion designer that I wanted to be.
Right.
Because I had been everything else. So I'm like, okay,
what did
now
you do
it's
before
time.
fashion design?
Oh my God, I've done everything, but I had my 9 to 5 and I let go of it.
Okay.
I had to let go of my 9 to 5 to become what I wanted to be, and I knew it was going to be hard.
Right.
But when I met Prissy, Prissy would talk me to just everything, to talk life into me. She was speaking into me. Every excuse I had, she would get on me, and she's like, no. So I threw all my excuses out the door, and I followed in her footsteps. She mentored me at school, and then I would go to her house. I would ask her about techniques, things that I did not learn in school, and she took time with me, and she taught me. And then she kind of helped me get back into the industry because I was in the industry as an actress. And as a fashion designer, she opened doors, and she introduced me to a lot of people in the fashion industry.
Oh, that's wonderful. Shout out to Prissy and shout out to the teachers or people that are willing to be mentors and share their experience and share, you know, their knowledge with you and how to excel.
Yes, I was blessed to meet Prissy.
So show us the kimono top again. So what was behind that? Was you were inspired? She has a lot of
she does. She loves kimonos. She loves kimonos, and I don't know, I kind of took a little after her in that aspect.
Okay.
The waistband was supposed to be expanded, but I was moving around a lot and I didn't pull it, and open it because it's really like
the waistband.
It's like
okay, where it has pleated. I like that though.
Yeah.
It has like a little tie on the side, right?
And then sequin. I'm a 70s baby, so I always try to do some type of sequin. If I don't do sequin, I'll put some glitter on my eye, and that will serve as my sequin. I have glitter on my eye in this picture.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what's going on there.
I love it.
And then it's summertime, so I paired it with a skirt. With a short. A sequin short.
Okay, that's California weather. Next picture.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Next picture. Are you dreaming? Ooh, like that.
That was my mood.
See, that's how you switch the mood. Forget the season. Okay, so tell us about this.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I just got out of a long relationship. So I'm back out there now, so I'm feeling myself, and I'm where I want to be, and I'm happy. Hey, it didn't work, so we good. We moved on, and I just kind of felt sexy,
That's your
sassy.
freakum dress. Remember how
That's
Beyonce
my
said
freakum dress.
that freakum dress? That's the one.
Because
The one.
every woman got one.
Every woman got one. That's the freakum dress with
and
the
then
high split.
Exactly. And I've been working out, so I'm like, I'm gonna show what I've been working out.
Yeah.
And those thighs, honey, ooh, you don't know how these thighs hurt with them squats. So, I decided I was going to put a little split in my already micro mini. And there you go.
And I like your hair.
And then
too.
it was, Prince recently passed, and I love Prince as well as Michael Jackson. So, I had to have a little Prince.
Did you have a purple bag?
Actually, it's pink sequin. Remember that sequin is always with me.
Okay.
I'm a true 70s baby.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what
Okay.
that's all about.
Shout out to Prince. They just said they started doing viewings at a tour. You know what? When I look at that place, it looks so different when you see pictures from the inside and then you're looking at a picture at the outside. I'm like, that's inside
That's
of there?
true.
It looks like a big commercial building. Like, it doesn't feel like home, but I'm sure he made it his home.
Exactly, yeah.
You gotta try some Pitbull. I'm sorry.
Oh,
It's our
okay. I didn't know
energy
that was there for me.
That was there for you.
Oh,
You want
look,
Pitbull?
I could really be off
tight.
now. It's
It's
red.
pomegranate blueberry.
Oh, okay.
We're sipping on a
Oh, that
Pitbull.
smells good.
You like that? So show us the nest look.
Oh, that's good.
I forgot. I didn't bring you ice, but it's cool. Okay, so this is what we were talking about. Is this we were discussing off camera how hard it is, or for me to find. I'm tall, and sometimes it's like the jeans. It's like either it's this, it's that. It's so many jeans. Like I have to find that. But it's so hard to find a perfect jean, and you're like, oh, I make my own, or I do my own jean. Like this is your own line.
1,000 jeans in the world, and the thing about it is, I mentioned before, every woman is designed differently.
Okay.
Every woman, even if we're the same height, we have a different body stature. So, you have to kind of look at your body stature, your body type. Are you long-waisted? Are you short-waisted? Are you pear-shaped? Are you oval-shaped?
Are your legs longer than the pants?
Yeah, true. And then all those things, they sound tedious and it sounds stressful, but it's really not. It's kind of simple when you think about it, because you want to find something that fits you. If you have a really large rump, or if your rump is wide, or you don't want to get something that fits you way below the waist. You want to get something that comes up, so when you bend over, there's no crack.
Right.
You don't want
Crack is whack.
Yeah, crack is whack. Yeah, so you want to take your time and find the right jean.
And then you put some little embellishments that represented
Yes.
you on there that we could see, that add the little details
Oh,
with the
yeah.
accessories. I love that.
Yeah, and I kind of did a little 80s thing there with the little roll up and the 80s heels we used to wear. And
That is not 80s. That is right now.
you know what? That came back.
It came
Just
back.
like the shoes in the last picture came back. They're from the 70s. You know the
Okay.
little shoe with the clear in the back, and
I
it
don't
has
think we
the
got
boot.
to see the shoe.
Yeah,
Oh, the
that's
clear
from the-
heels. Yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
chunky heels just like we get along, and then
Yeah.
sometimes we don't. But I definitely know they're here.
Oh yeah, I
Gucci-
don't like the clear one. I like the black clear one. That's the one I wore. The black
Okay.
clear one with the clear in the back, and it was really with the wide heel.
See, your fashion sense kicks in, and you know when to and when not
Yeah,
to.
I know when to.
Do you have
and
any
when not
do's
to.
and don'ts for fashion?
I have a whole lot of do's and don'ts for fashion based on the woman or the man.
Okay.
A lot of people nowadays are followers, so they want to do what the other person did. Oh, she wore it. I want to do that. I'm never that person. I never want to wear something because I saw. I never. That's my no. I've never wanted to wear something because someone else did. I may take that look and do a spin on it, but you should never want to wear what someone else wore. You should want to create your own. You should want to have your own look.
Well,
If you
you're speaking from a designer standpoint,
no,
because
no,
if
no.
I see something you have on and I want to wear it, I can't. I gotta go to your line.
And
Right?
but what I mean is, like, say for instance, if I wear something and I wear it a certain way, there's always, you can take one outfit and wear it like 5, 7, 10 different
Got
ways.
you. Like you
That's
don't want to
what I
like go in
mean.
the store
Oh,
and buy the
yes.
mannequin and then everybody.
Oh, no.
I got
Yeah.
you. I hate that too.
And
I
then
do.
you also, like, I know we have Instagram now, so a lot of people don't want to do like, they don't want to do a do-over and wear things twice. So when you do wear something twice, you can pair it differently. You can take something and totally change it, and make it look like it was not the outfit you wore 2 months ago. And it's possible.
How? Tell us how. Give us a
Okay.
tip. You're just gonna say do it.
Well,
How
say
we do
for
it?
instance this.
Okay.
I can wear it and wear it the way I'm wearing it. I could wear it with heels, and then I could wear it this way, or I can wear it with some high boots. Open these two buttons, take it and pull it right here, and then switch knot it, and then I can either button it all the way up with the collar, because they're boots, and when it's boots, you want to kind of keep the look. You want to have a fulfillment of a look, and when you dress down and wear less, you want to keep everything less.
Okay.
You don't want to wear like a big sweater with some shorts, and
Right.
then which we do this out here in California.
But
We'll
then you'll
wear
have some
things like
real short
Uggs.
shorts with
Yeah, we'll wear Uggs and shorts.
Right.
And I'm not gonna lie, I am guilty of that sometimes, and that's usually only if I'm running to the grocery store.
Okay.
And it's cold, and then sometimes when it's warm and cold at the same time out here in California, it'll rain, but it's still humid. So you're like, well, I don't want to wear a coat, so I'll just wear a sweater and then some little comfy little fur boots and keep these shorts that I have on.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. So what did we think about the Teresa Griffin, the song that was just
Oh
played?
my God, it was beautiful. It was sassy and sultry at the same time.
Oh, sassy and sultry. Okay, so we're going to see how the comments keep coming in about that, sassy and sultry.
Yes, it was very nice.
So where can we find your line? I know you said you're launching a men's line and it's going to... you're going to do that at Fashion Week
Yes.
upcoming. But you already have your women's line.
Yes.
So where can we, you have a website, you
Yes.
have an Instagram. How can we find your line and purchase it? And,
Well, you can find it online for now, but as of February, like the first week, we're trying to get open again before February 14th.
that's
Because
like
I
Fashion
love,
Week in September.
and because Fashion Week comes in March.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get ready for, Oscars and all that type of stuff.
Awards.
And for award season, because it's coming around again. So I want to have my showroom open. So that way the women can come in. If they see something they like, they can wear it, buy it, have it altered, or I can design something custom.
Okay, so your showroom where? Downtown LA?
No, it's not going to be downtown. It's going to be in Beverly Hills.
Oh, I love it.
Yes.
Okay.
So I believe we found a spot, and we're going to get opened probably the first week of February.
Oh, I
because I
love it.
want to have a big, I was just telling Trayvon, I want to have a big opening. And I
Okay.
want to invite everyone to come out. So I'm still playing around with January, just to do like a sneak peek, but we'll see.
We'll see. Good thing, like you said, good things, they have to wait on them. Wait on it. So what, recently, who have you been styling? Well, not style, I shouldn't say styling. Who have you been dressing with your line?
Tori Hart. Tori Hart, I have. So actually, I was supposed to meet Tori Hart last week. I have something that I'm working on with her, and we are going to, she's worn a few of my things, so, we're going to get these things on her too. And I can't wait to see them on her because she's a wonderful person. And I love
Her
it when
kids
she
are so
calls me.
funny.
They
I saw
are,
them
they're
at
so adorable.
Tony Rock's. You know how he does the annual
Yeah.
My Rock Foundation. So they were they're like little comedians too.
Oh, yeah, they're so adorable.
They are
And so
funny.
friendly.
Yeah, they are. Like they are the whole family. She's funny. They're
Yeah,
funny. Like
that's
I'm like
true.
they are.
That's true.
Oh,
Well, she
okay.
has a very kind spirit, very wonderful person. And it's just, I just feel so honored, like even when she called me a couple months ago and asked me to do these things for her, I was very, very honored to do it. So
I can't wait to see that
Yeah.
too. He just recently told me that you did for whose mom in the Philippines?
Auntie.
Auntie.
Yeah, it was her 75th birthday, and she wanted me to do a fashion show. And at first, I wasn't sure if
Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm waiting. He had to tell me,
Yeah.
thank you.
And she
You
wanted
should be
me to
listening.
do-
Are you ignoring us?
Oh no, he's in his own world.
Okay. Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah. So I was excited. I was like, "Are you sure you have the right person?" When the guy Paris Harris, he books a lot of my gigs, or he told me that they wanted me to do a show. I was like, "Really? Are you serious?" And I'm sick at the time. I'm kind of tired and laying down. I'm like, okay, all right.
Like
He's
I might
okay.
do that.
Yeah, so, when I met with him, talked with him, it was a go. I was like, okay. So the day of the event, which was a week ago, last Sunday, his aunt, she's 75, but you would not know it.
No.
This woman was dancing, singing, moving and grooving, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, what is your secret? I was like, wow, I was just so amazed.
What did she wear?
Yeah, she wore a lot of things.
Oh, okay.
4 gowns. She wore a beautiful pink gown with a trail,
Okay.
a train, and then she wore a silver gown with jewels encrusted from head to toe. And she wore, oh my God, a light blue gown that was like one of the custom.
So blue, pink,
Blue,
bejeweled.
pink, yeah. And then there was another gown she didn't have time to wear because it was moving so fast and they had all these performances. But I was so honored because I got to sit at the table with the family. And I was like, oh, wow. And they were so nice. They kept bringing out all this food.
What'd you eat?
I don't even know the name of everything, but I
love
just know
food.
the
I
rice
just like
was
hearing
good.
about it.
And it was a lot of fruit, a lot of rice and beans and like a lot of things, culture-wise.
Right.
And every like few minutes, the waiters would bring out different foods and set them on the table and then take the other ones away. And I was like, wow, this is like more food. Wow, okay.
Like
and Paris and I was
18
like,
courses.
oh, we thought this was it. So it was wonderful. And a lot of the family was there. And it was just really nice. It was private and it was in Hollywood and it was at the Vatican. And it was just it was a great experience because things like that remind me of before I got started and when I was dreaming of getting started and people were like, you're never going to do this. Oh my God, it's so hard to work with this little celebrities. You'll never do it. That's impossible. And then me being African American, that's what really kind of made people look at me like, you're crazy. Like, when I'm a little girl. You're never going to do this. You're never going to do that. And then even as an adult, people were looking at me, before these things started happening, they were telling me how it's not going to happen. But did I listen to them?
No.
Oh, absolutely not. I never listened to people. So I was like, this is my dream, and my mommy and daddy taught me I can have anything in life I want. And I'm glad I believe them because it's true. If you put forth the effort and you put that energy out into the universe, you can have what you want. But you have to believe it. And only you can't listen to what this person over here tells you or that person over there tells you how hard it is. It's hard to them because it's not their dream.
Right.
But to you, it's easy because it's your dream and it's your passion. So it made me feel, just being in the moment, I was just able to exhale, just inhale and exhale and go, yes, thank you, God. This is what I've been wanting. And
when you thought about success
Yeah.
and being called by someone, you didn't call her.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes you feel good because it lets you know that you are serving your purpose and this is your calling. This is not your job, this is your calling. So I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
So your line is expanding. You got a showroom coming.
Thank you.
What are your what's next for you?
Well, actually, I'm doing it now on the side and kind of on the low. I have models that I work with. I used to be a model professionally. I modeled for Vogue when I was a teen, and this is before Instagram and social media. But you can still Google a lot of that stuff, and some of it, come up. Like even when I was a little girl, I found my first acting agency online.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, I started Googling this to try to, they're online, but they're not many pictures or anything like that. So, I work with models. And my thing is, when I was modeling, it was very difficult because, as I mentioned, being African American in the early 80s, trying to model was like impossible. And I did it. I did it. I would get called for gigs, whether it was modeling jewelry like diamonds and things like that, at 14 or 15, to walk in the runway. I was trained professionally to walk. My mother also used to model when she was, so I learned a lot from her, but I was also professionally trained. And by being trained, I'm able to train other girls now.
Okay.
So I share with them the experiences, things to expect, not this Instagram model stuff that you see, but the real model, the real cultured,
I get it.
Yeah, model. And I teach them the ethics behind it, like what is a model? You serve a purpose, meaning that you're the mannequin. You represent the mannequin to present what it is that the designer is trying to sell to the public. And a lot of models forget that. And they think it's all about them, which it is, because see, it's me and you. You get recognition as a model because if you're good at it, they're going to want to know who is that model
And want you for
yeah
that
and
brand
if
or
you're
what have you.
exactly and then for myself they get to see you wear and adorn whatever it is that I'm selling them. So that's something that I'm doing. I've held model workshops worldwide in Alaska, in New York, and in Los Angeles.
I think you got a little boo out there because this
I wish.
Where you at?
Yeah, that good weather. Oh my God, your skin will exfoliate.
How
like,
was the
wow.
weather?
You know what? When I went, every time I go, the weather, even if it's snowing or a little bit of rain or misty, I still wear my flip-flops and I will wear a jacket and maybe some leggings when we're, traveling. Because I did a tour out there in Homer, Wasilla, Anchorage, and it was 2 other places. I can't think right now. Homer, Wasilla, Anchorage. They're online. But anyway, I did a tour. And when we were touring, oh my God, It's not as cold as you think. It's only cold when it's storming, but it's not as cold as you think.
So it's not like
it's not like
it's not
Antarctica. People think you're like this, but it's not. It's
so what
not.
is it,
And
like
I've gone
20 degrees?
year round. Yeah, I've gone year round when the snow is thick on the cars and your cars are snowed in, and it's not as cold as you.
That's cold though.
Yeah.
I mean,
but the sun shines. The sun still shines, you know?
I get it.
Yeah, and then I went during the time of year where it doesn't get dark.
Oh, yeah, they do have that 20
so that was
hours.
weird. And I didn't, I mean, hey, the hotel room, they have blockers, so I kind of didn't know anyway.
It's like, you don't know if it's 2 a.m.
Yeah,
or
I didn't
2
know
p.m.
what was going on, but I enjoyed it.
Oh, okay. Well, we look forward to hopefully the America's It Girl gets picked up again so we can see you again on that.
Thank you.
And we wish you all the best success with your line and your
thank
showroom
you.
and everything that you have coming up. We're going to see you on the red carpet because I always do.
Oh.
And I'm looking forward to your collection. You could, can you give out your Instagram or your
Yes, I sure
website so
can.
people can go and see your work as well and follow you?
Okay. That's www.leontinecollection.com. That's Leontine. And it's at Leontine Abdullah or at Leontine Collection on Instagram.
Hey now, follow her so you can see her work. It's all this wonderful stuff going on. Well, I thank you. The time went by so fast. I'm looking, I was going to do something else, but then I'm like, we wrapped up. We have the Divas in Compton? Oh, Surviving Compton. Oh, I was going to ask about that. We could end with that because it is Domestic Violence Awareness and and they had the Michelet Surviving Compton that just aired on the Lifetime movie, right? Did you see it?
Yeah, I watched it.
What'd you think?
You know what? She told her story. I believe it because I've experienced it. So I believe it, and not just because I experienced it, but because I saw that I was around that age, well, a couple years younger, but I was around that during that time. And I remember the interviews, I remember the pictures, I remember all that, like right now, like I was there. And I saw the facial expressions, I saw the body language, and a lot of people don't pay attention to that, but now when they're putting it online, like I see a lot of the videos that people are resurfacing, putting on YouTube with the interviews that they did and the way he was looking at her and she looked at him, and then, it's one of those things to where I'm proud of her and I commend her for being strong enough to tell her story because it should be told because it helps a lot. There are women out there who are in situations like that don't know how to get out of it.
Right.
They're afraid to get out of it because number one, they feel like, well, he's taking care of me, I won't have any money. That's not a problem. There's always a way around that. Then there are women that are afraid of the man or whoever's doing it, or a woman or whoever. There are ways around that too. There's safe places, there, depending upon the caliber of what's going on. So, when a woman is strong enough, and that's what it is. A woman has to be strong enough. When you find your strength, that's when it's time to go. Because a lot of people say, well, why didn't you leave? Why didn't you leave? You can't really ask a woman like that in that situation because she has to find, when you've been beat down mentally and physically, you don't know why you won't leave because you're not the person you used to be, whether you allowed it or however it happened. But once you do find your strength, that's when it's time to leave. And that's when it's time to, because it takes strength.
It does.
It's a very difficult situation.
Yeah, she caught a lot of heat in the news about telling her story. I mean, and even Dre is on the back, like,
of course.
Whatever. But it was, he said, I apologize, it should be done. And people are really like, really criticizing her for coming out, especially with the way that she transitioned from one relationship to the next. But I don't feel like any of that really matters because the fact of what she's telling her story is still facts.
It's still the facts.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so I mean, it's like you can have an opinion about her life.
That's true.
But the facts of her life, and I'm glad that she found her strength. I just, you know what I mean? It's just like when I saw the story, and I know so many people affiliated with, she was recently, what are we going to play the clip from the show? I don't remember what she said anymore, so I don't know how relevant it is but I could play the clip. She was recently on the show and she was talking not about this. I didn't even know her story. This was at the top of the year, and we were just saying, I saw her at something, and she called in, and what did she say? Can we play it? And then I'll listen. But I think she was just saying how she was so depressed during her relationships, from one relationship to the next. And it blocked her singing career. It blocked her, music, all of that. So I'm glad. But at the same time, like, I'm watching all the stuff that's coming out, like with the Donald Trumps and the Bill Clinton. You gonna play the clip? Okay, I'm just talking. But and I'm like, dang, it kind of feels like that. But her situation doesn't feel like she's just coming out the woodwork. I think she just finally found her strength and wants to.
This is something that she thought about she knew that people were going to come after her, and people are always going to criticize. But like she's doing, ignore them. You're telling your story. This is your life, and you feel this is empowering her and other women. It's other women out there who are sitting there going, oh wow, okay, I need this.
Well, she got a book deal now, a tour, a new album, and she was just on Oprah. Go ahead, you can go ahead and play it. I just don't remember what she said, so now I'm trying to think of what I was saying. Miss LA, how are you? Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay, I'm glad that you called in. I know you have a busy schedule going on right now. You're still shooting your show, wrapping up this week, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm on set right now, taking 15 just to talk to you.
Oh, I really appreciate it. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you all.
Thank you. So I know, just to tell our audience, you're shooting the show R&B Divas LA, right?
LA. Yeah, for R&B Divas LA.
What'd you say? You said you're shooting what?
Yeah, we're R&B Divas LA.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's the show that I'm shooting right now. And it doesn't air for a minute, but we're shooting that right now.
Okay. Okay. And then what do you have coming up? I know you were showcasing your music. What do you have coming up music-wise?
Well, right now I have a single that I'm going to be servicing to radio called It's Still Hers. And I'm shooting a video to it next week. I'm starting the video.
Okay.
And that'll be out. I'm really busy. I'm putting the finishing touches on my book. I have a t-shirt line coming. I have a piece of jewelry for my foundation. I Stayed Here, which is about suicide and mental illness. And I'm just really keeping busy.
You got a busy year coming up. We're going to have to get you in the studio. I want you in the studio to talk to you in person about all this. And we have to play that new single you have coming up.
Yeah, well, you can play it now because you can get it on iTunes and everything. I just haven't went to radio yet because I've been doing this and I really wanted to service it with the video.
Okay.
You know, 'cause I like visual. So, but you can hear it and you can play it if you get it off iTunes or however you guys get music. It's just a beautiful song that just expresses what my mind state is, you know. Me and Steve wrote it, Stephen Russell from Troop. And it's a really beautiful song. And I'm going in to do a dance song also with Dave Dave and Crystal Waters. You know, the icons of that dance music, you know, that la-da-dee, la-da-da.
What? Okay. I love that. I got DJ Rock in here. He knows you really well. He said he can't wait for you to come down and visit us at Beauty and the Beat. Rock, say what's up to Miss LA.
I love that whole slogan, Beauty and the Beat.
You gonna rock with Beauty and the Beat. That's right, that's right. So I know we met at the Christmas parade, for the Compton Christmas parade. How involved are you with community events? Are you originally from Compton?
I'm not originally from Compton, which has been just this rumor that's been going for like 30 years. And I don't like to clear it up because those are my people. Actually, Eazy-E was originally from Compton.
Right.
And I had family members that lived there, absolutely, so I was there a lot.
Oh, okay.
And then when he was there, we were there a lot because that was his home. And Ren also, Ren is originally from Compton as well. So we were there like all the time, and they accepted us. You know, it was not somewhere that you could just go at that time and just think you can just go.
Okay.
So I felt great to get that pass, you know, to be... You know, I felt it was an honor, you know, to grace the presence and be able to say, even, you know, to be saying that I'm from Compton, that I go to Compton, that I can go to Compton. So when I did the parade, which this is my second time doing the parade.
Okay.
I love what it stands for. I love what it's about. I love the growth of it. And it's just a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful community. When they're not trying to make it something else, like everyday life.
Right. That was good. What I played that for was really just to hear her story and tell her, because that was at the top of the year.
Yeah.
And I didn't hear anything about her saying what she had coming up as far as the movie.
Yeah.
So I think that came about so quickly after the success of the NWA movie. And her wanting to tell her story. And then what you and I were saying off camera is that it's really about finding your personal strength. I'm not here to demonize Dre or for whatever. The facts of the matter are what they are. But I think that it was a lot of details. Even some of the musicians that were surrounding that film felt like their story was left out. And, you know, they sensationalized some of the people in there, or some of the characters, and some of them were left out. And they were such a big group that made such an impact on music. I think everybody wants to tell it, and that's her story. And being that it's Domestic Violence Awareness Month, I just want people to know that when you do find your strength or your passion or something, you can't just suppress it because of one person or one thing. You just have to overcome it. She's overcome wanting to do suicide. She's overcome so many things. She's wrote a book. She said she has a foundation, and now she just sat down with Oprah. So I'm sure life is on the upswing. I'm sure those things aren't something. So I mean, I congratulate her.
I do too. She found her strength, and I'm proud of her.
Found her strength. Well, thank you so much, Leontine, for coming in. I appreciate
Thank you
talking
for
with
having
you.
me.
I can't see. I want to wear something from your line.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to hit a red carpet.
Okay.
Okay, well, we're going out. We're going to end it Beauty and the Beat. Thank you.
Fellas, it's
Michelle. What? Oh, that's my name.
Man, you kidding me? This chick sound like Minnie Mouse.
Hey, ease up. Give her a chance.
You say you love me, and I think that is true. But every night my girlfriend tells me I should watch you.
Is that okay?
Hell yeah!
So I'm guessing that makes me NWA now?
You'll be Ruthless Records' first female artist.
We gonna fly. We gonna make it straight out of Compton. I gave you this track a week ago. Where is it?
Can't work like this, Dre.
You sing it like you feel it. I'ma kick your ass.
Maybe you deserve so much better than this world of rap and range. Don't trade your freedom for security.
It's your turn to be scared.
You gotta own yourself.